guys. All right, welcome. My name is Megan. I am really excited that you have taken some time out of your day to practice yoga. Just a few reminders for everyone. I'm here in my home, like you are too, so there might be some background noise. It's probably my kids or my animals, stuff like that. So hopefully it won't be too distracting. And the other is when we're practicing today, if there's something that does not feel good to you or your body, please, you can stop, do something different, modify the pose, come back to a comfy seated position and, pay attention to your breathing. You can come into child's pose and we will definitely go over that before we really start flowing. Today, before we really get going, I wanted to read to you a beautiful poem. And of course now, oh, there it is. Where did my glasses go? All right, well, but it is by, there they are, a poet. Sorry about that. And his name is Rumi, and he lived a super duper long time ago, but a lot of what he wrote and what he has to say is super insightful. It still makes a lot of sense to us today. And this particular one I thought was really suited. As you know, we have experienced tremendous amounts of change, all of us. And with that, maybe because of these changes, we've noticed sort of a spike in our anxiety or stress, or maybe we've noticed that our moods kind of switch and sway, and all of that is definitely okay. And practicing yoga is really a good way to help us stay mindful, to stay in the moment so that we don't get too far ahead of ourselves, causing more anxiety, or we don't sort of try to travel back in time and sort of switch, or, oh, geez, I wish I had said this or done that differently, because that can make us feel sad. So, yeah, I just want to read this to you guys before we get started, and I think you're going to really like it. So, this being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them all in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. So I really love that one. And you can find tons of his quotes and poems definitely online if you wanted to check a little bit more out, but I really do like a lot of what he has to write. All right, so I have my singing bowl, which is another nice yoga tool to use to help you to get grounded and centered, to really allow your body to arrive in this space, to this practice, and sort of put all the other stuff aside for the little amount of time that you practice today. All right, so you can sit up nice and tall or lie down, close your eyes, get comfy. The point is to listen to the bowl and to breathe through the amount of time you can hear the bowl singing. All right, so first let's take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. Okay. And now just listen, please. super. So I hope that you guys have been enjoying this beautiful weather we've been having. Getting outside, getting fresh air is so important to our overall health and wellness. So get out there, maybe ride your bike. I've been riding my bike with my kids. It's so fun. Take a walk, right? Or just sit in the sun. So good for us. All right, so hopefully you found some time to do that. Alrighty, let's get started. So, relax your shoulders away from your ears. Sit up nice and tall, nice tall, long spine. Take a big, deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth and let it go. Breathe in and breathe out. On this next breath in, let's take our hands up over our head. As you breathe out, drop your right hand down to the floor, reach up and over. And then come back through center, breathe in. As you breathe out, left hand drops, stretch up and over to the left. Maybe you can peek up at the ceiling, stretching that right side of your body. Be really mindful that both of your sits bones, your bum bones, stay on the floor as you stretch and reach over. And then let's breathe in, bring it back through center, and we'll twist it up a little bit. So left hand to your right knee, right hand behind you. Sit up nice and tall as you breathe in. On the breath out, twist and look behind you. Yeah. Nice. Take a big breath in, and then we'll take it to the other side. So right hand to your left knee, left hand behind you, nice and tall as you breathe in. Breath out, twist. Yeah, ooh, I got a good crack there in my back. That was nice. Another big breath in, and a big breath out. Roll your shoulders a little bit. And then switch direction. Yeah, maybe circle, circle, circle around. Just getting some movement, starting to flow and breathing with our movement. Nice. Let your ear drop to one side and switch it. Chin to chest. Look up. Okay, so as I said, we are going to go over child's pose. This is one of those poses, or this is the pose that you can take at any point in your yoga class if you need to. If you feel like you need a break, if you just don't really like the pose that we're in. All right, but sometimes it is good to sit with something that, we don't really like. To sort of work through it, breathe through it. All right, so child's pose. Big toes touch, knees come out to the sides of your mat. Your bum is sitting back on your heels, and then you drop your chest down towards the mat. Stretch your hands out in front of you, and then gently relax your forehead down onto the mat. This is child's pose. Breathe in, and breathe out. Come up onto your hands and knees, tabletop position. Hands are shoulder width distance apart, knees are hips width distance apart. Spread your fingers really, really wide. Make sure you have a super duper nice long spine from the crown of your head to the tip of your tailbone. And making sure that your shoulders, elbows, and wrists are all lined up. Yes, and then we'll move a little bit here, dropping our belly, lift. Chin, look up, breathe in. That's cow pose. Breathe out, press and round your spine, chin to chest. Breathe out. Breathe in, belly drops, chin lifts. Breathe out, press and round. And then coming back in to your tabletop. Tuck your toes behind you. You're going to press really hard into those hands, and then you're gonna lift your hips high, come into downward facing dog. So your feet stay hip width distance. Your knees can be bent here. You're pressing your chest back towards the tops of your thighs. Your fingers are spread wide. Your bicep muscles are rotating towards the front of the mat. And then your head and neck are really relaxed. Your belly is pulled to your spine, and you're sort of in an upside down letter V. This is downward facing dog. If for some reason this is not so comfy for you, anytime we come into downward facing dog, you can just drop your knees and come into your tabletop if downward facing dog is not feeling so comfy. All right, let's lift those hips high. Take a deep breath in, lift your heels up nice and high, bend your knees, look forward, step your feet to your hands, the front of your mat. Take your feet out wide to the edges of your mat. We're gonna come into ragdoll. Your knees are really bent here. Drop your chest, let your head and neck relax, let them go. And then grab your elbows and just hang out here. Maybe swing side to side. You can shake your head yes, shake your head no. Release your hands to the mat. Walk your feet together with your knees bent. You're going to slowly roll your body up to a standing position. And here we are. I don't know if you can see my head, but so I might adjust. I'm coming in real close. Okay. All right. So we're going to move through a sun salutation, starting on our mountain pose. Tailbone is tucked, belly is pulled to spine, your palms are facing the front of your mat, shoulders are relaxed, feet are pressing firmly down into your mat, and the crown of your head is stretching and reaching towards the ceiling. Breathe in and breathe out. This is mountain pose or Tadasana. Let's take a big breath in, look up, reach up, press your palms together. As you breathe out, you're going to fold forward, dropping that chest and head. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins or your knees. This is a halfway lift. This is a nice straight spine, straight and long spine. Breathe out, bring your hands down. You're going to step your feet back to a high push-up position or a plank pose. So those shoulders, wrists, elbows are all in one line. Your fingers are spread really wide. You're pressing your heels back towards the back of your mat. Your belly is pulled in. Nice. You're holding here. Let's take that right knee to your right elbow and left knee to your left elbow. And do that again. Right knee, right elbow, left knee, left elbow. And then bring your knees down. Belly, chest, chin, come all the way down, forehead. Your hands are still set up right underneath those shoulders. Press into the tops of your feet. Lift your heart and head, cobra. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come on back down. One more time. Let's breathe in. Cobra. Lift your heart, your head. Yeah. Breathe out. Come on down. Breathe in, tabletop. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Breathe in, lift your heels high, bend your knees, look forward. This time, step your feet to the front of the mat so that your big toes are touching. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, take your arms out wide like wings. Stand all the way up. Root down into your feet to rise tall. Press your palms together over your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Nice. Let's breathe in. Take your hands up over your head. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Pull yourself up and over. A nice side body stretch. Again, if you can, peek up at the ceiling. This time you want to keep both of your feet really rooted down into the ground rather than your sits bones. Keep both of those feet really firmly pressing into the floor as you take this up and over to the other side. Stretching the right side body. Yeah, bring it back through center, hands to heart center, and then drop your hands back into Tadasana. All right, and we will move through that. Again, breathing in, look up or reach up, palms press. Breathe out, fold forward. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, hands down. Yeah. Step your feet back, high push-up position. This time we're going to move from our high push-up position to a low push-up. Okay, your elbows stay really close to the sides of your body when you do that. Okay, you don't want your elbows to try to scoot out like that and drop your chest really low. So, high push-up position. Breathe in. As you breathe out, your elbows bend. Pause here. Breathe in. Turn on to the tops of your feet. And then lift your heart and your head. This is upward facing dog. So different than cobra, our knees and thighs are lifted, elbows are soft, but we're pulling our chest forward, maybe looking up at the ceiling. As you breathe out, roll over the tops of your feet, press it back, downward facing dog. Awesome. Okay. Let's look forward. You're going to step your right foot to your right thumb. Your back heel is going to spin in and down. You're going to root into those feet to rise into warrior number one on your right side. If for some reason you're on your left side, that's okay. Just do it. Make sure you just do both sides. Okay? So here we are, warrior number one. Right knee is bending deeply. You don't want your feet like you're on a balance beam, so you can walk your right foot over to the edge of your, right mat. Bend deeply into that front knee. Back leg is super straight. You're pressing into the outside edge of that left foot. And then your right hip is pulling back and your left hip is pressing forward. Because we want to try to keep our shoulders and hips facing the front of our mat. And then your arms come up. Turn your pinky fingers in to face one another. Maybe you look up, maybe you take it a little bit back. Breathe in. As you breathe out, bring your hands down. Step your right foot back to meet your left foot. Pause here in your high push-up. As you breathe out, low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then we're going to take a big breath in all together. Open your mouth and let it go. And then look forward at your hands. Now we're going to do it on the left side. Left foot steps to your left thumb. Back heel spins in and down. Rise, warrior number one. So start building a pose from the bottom up. Check into that back foot. Press that outside edge into the mat. Make sure that back leg is straight. Your right hip is pressing forward. Your left hip is pulling back. You're bending into that left knee. And then the arms come up, overhead. Pinkies rotate towards one another. Holding here in warrior number one. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hands come down. Step that left foot back to meet your right foot. We're going to try something cool today. We're going to let both of our heels roll over towards the right. We're going to stay on our right hand as our left hand stretches up towards the ceiling. You can drop your right knee to the mat. Okay? This is called Vashisthasana, or side plank pose. This is super fun. If you want more, maybe you're here. Maybe you're here. Okay? Or maybe you're here. You can look up at that left hand. You're really pressing into that right hand. Oops. Lifting your hips high. And then you're going to bring that left hand back down. And we're just gonna roll over to the other side. So both heels drop to the left, left hand down, right hand high. Vashtisthasana, side plank pose. Yeah, you should feel nice and warm after all that because we are working our core. We're gonna drop our knees to the floor. I'm gonna thread the needle here. So left hand stays down, right hand comes up, right hand scoots underneath that left arm. You're rolling onto the top of your right shoulder. You can stay here, or maybe take your left hand, reach it to the top of your mat. You're breathing. Coming back into your tabletop. Your right hand stays down. Take your left hand up nice and high. Thread it through. Left hand under your right. Roll onto the top of that left shoulder. Right hand reaches to the top of your mat. Nice. And then come on back up into your tabletop. Tuck your toes behind you. Lift your hips high. Inhale, lift your heels up nice and high. Bend your knees, look forward. This time we're going to hop our feet to the front of our mat. Take a breath in, lift halfway. Breath out, fold forward. Breathe in, stand all the way up. Take your hands over your head, pressing your palms together. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Okay, let's balance for a little bit. Let's do airplane pose. So come to the back of your mat. You're going to step onto your right foot and you're going to let your left foot fly. Your hands, your arms, your hands are coming back behind you. Your palms are facing down towards the mat. And then you're flexing that left heel a bunch. Your heart is lifted. Your eyes are focused straight out in front of you. And you're flying here in your airplane pose. Your belly is pulled into your spine. And then we're going to let this come down. Take a big breath in. A big breath out. Now step onto your left foot. Let that right foot fly. Your hands and arms are coming back behind you. Palms are facing down towards the mat. Heart and chest are lifted. Right foot is flexed. Leg is super straight in the back. And you're flying. And we'll bring that right foot down. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. See? That's my son. He's playing some type of video game, probably Fortnite. He needs to do some yoga with us. All right. Big breath in. As you breathe out, fold forward. Breathe in, lift halfway. Breathe out, hands down, knees down, belly, chest, chin, forehead. And then bend those knees. Let your feet come up like this. Let your knees and feet rock side to side. And then you're going to reach behind you, grabbing the tops of your feet or your ankles. Pull your knees together. And then from here, you're going to kick your feet into your hands. Lift your heart and your chest. You're coming into bow pose. Really keep kicking those feet into your hands. Trying to breathe here. And then you're going to let that all go. Windshield wiper those legs side to side. Just like that. Nice. All right. We're going to come into half pigeon on the right side. So your right knee is going to move up towards your right wrist. And then your left toes, or your oh my goodness, your right knee is going towards your right wrist. and your right toes are moving towards your left wrist, okay? You want to be on the top, you want to roll onto the top of that back foot, okay? Your left leg is straight behind you. This is a big hip opener. If you notice, you keep flopping down sort of like this and sitting down on that right butt cheek, you can put a little pillow underneath to keep you in proper alignment, okay? If you're finding that this hurts your right knee, pull that your right heel closer into your body. Okay, this is half pigeon. We're gonna rest forearms down onto the floor, and then let your head and neck relax, let them go. Breathing here. Maybe you can release all the way to just let your forehead relax down onto the floor. Take a nice breath in. Lift your heart and chest back up. And then we're going to switch sides. So you can move back through your downward facing dog if you'd like to. But so now left knee is coming towards the left wrist. Left toes are moving towards the right wrist. Right leg is straight back behind you. You're on the top of that back foot. And then you can bring your forearms and elbows down. Relax your head and neck. Fold forward. Breathing in. Breathing out. Now take your hands, place them where your elbows were. Lift that heart and chest and head back up. And then you're just going to take that leg and swing both of your legs and feet around towards the front of the mat. Shake out your legs a little bit. Take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then you're going to lie all the way down on your mat. Pull your knees into your belly. Give them a big, big squeeze. Gently rock side to side. And then you're going to bring your arms out like a letter T. Drop both knees over to the right. Look left. Spinal twist. And then knees come back through center. Drop both knees over to the left. Look right. I hope you guys have started noticing everything is blooming. It just looks so pretty outside. I love this time of year. And I think it's really cool, come back through center, that we are able to sort of be in this place where we're sort of paused or really slowed down, and we get to notice it. My daughter and I saw our first hummingbird of the season yesterday. Pretty cool. I have feeders all around my house. I love those little guys. They're super cute. But there he was yesterday, right at our window, drinking his nectar. It was super cool, and I was so happy I got to see that. Gently rocking side to side. We're going to let our feet come up, 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 up over our heads. So I hope that you guys are sort of enjoying some of that stuff where you're not in school or school's at home. Maybe you're able to notice some of those things. And we're just going to let our feet be over our head and our heart. Just for a little bit. Dropping your feet back down to the floor, setting up for your Shavasana. So legs come wide, just let them spread and let your feet fall out to the sides, your arms fall out onto the floor. Everything relaxes and melts down into your mat. Let your body be really heavy here. Know that you are supported by the earth, the floor beneath you. And really allow yourself to let go, to be still. Relax your face, your jaw, the space between your brows. Relax your shoulders. Let your belly be soft. Relax your thighs, your knees, your calves, your ankles, your feet, your toes. Shavasana. Moving slowly. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Take a nice full body stretch. Pull your knees into your belly. Let everything drop over to the right. Come into a nice little fetal position. Pause there for a moment. Take a nice long deep breath in through your nose. And then breath out. Slowly come on back up to your comfy seated position. Maybe your eyes are still closed. Press your hands together at your heart. And then lift your thumb knuckles to the space between your brows. Third eye center. Place of intuition, all knowing. Take a long breath in. A long breath out. And then together we will bow and say namaste. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Stay happy, stay healthy, and hopefully you will come again and do some more yoga. All right. Take care. Be well.